transparent.
Boys, look, it's happened.
Well, bums are in seats.
It's happening.
Oh, we're going live.
Right now. Right here.
Let's
Mirage.
get ready to rumble!
Mirage Chua.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen,
ready?
the moment you've all been waiting for.
Let's go to church! Who's going? Who thinks G2's going to win?
You do! Oh,
How about the people in the back?
Betway, our sponsors, of course, here at CS Summit. And we're into the first round.
Proud sponsors, very proud sponsors. The arena is absolutely electric here as we get into the pistol round. We are going to see mousesports on the T side. They've got a hard out at 6 p.m. here. They'll lose the in-game leader. Really not ideal circumstances as we get into an A execution here. We'll see the smokes deployed, and we are going to have Carrigan waiting. He's got that Desert Eagle again, Sean. Are you a fan of this?
This is
I'm a huge fan.
The Desert Eagle on
Let's
the T-pistol.
get it.
What
Watch
a
him
play.
open this thing up with his hand cannon. You ready?
He's pushing so aggressively with
Probably not the play. That's not the play.
Oh, no.
Okay, bombs down. I'm feeling good vibes. I'm not feeling good vibes. I've changed my mind. Robs, maybe. From Palace has to kill everyone. They're coming. Oh, Jesus
See ya.
Christmas. Kit for the retake. So next probably going to be
So
the
many
last man
nades
in.
for this retake. What the fudge?
No smoke though. Flashes are going to force him off. Still not on the bomb. And it looks like Nexus done enough, unless Rops has a round of his life.
Oh, it's possible. It's
happen.
plausible. There we go. The kit's been found, and the defuse will come in. And round number 1 will go in favor of G2. Just to want to note there, they played retake, so the bomb would go down, adding an extra 40 seconds to the clock. So
That is a conspiracy
He's gonna keep
theory and a
everyone.
half.
He's going to keep
Everyone
that
on the
conspiracy
B
theory.
Guys,
side
wait
of the
until the
map.
5-second mark
Yeah.
to defuse.
They're buying
Run the clock
SMGs,
down.
but they're at CT spawn, and
The French boys love an SMG. I'll say that much. But
Everyone buys smokes and pre-smoke your spots.
shave 30 seconds
Wait.
off every time.
but they've got Glocks. Drop the smoke.
no one push.
Hold up.
T side just doing 30 seconds.
They're just going to be rushing every round. It's like we need to get through this. It's a different game plan this time.
This is like a whole different type of Counter-Strike. It's win, but win fast.
It's like CGS rules all over
Yeah.
again.
There we go.
You've got a time limit at this point. You've got to make sure you're dynamic, together, aggressive, but most of all, efficient, Chad.
I do like aggression, Henry. You know me.
Ruthless, uncoordinated,
Tweet
unnecessary.
first. Tweet
aggression.
first. Ask questions
Yeah.
later.
Yeah, there it is. The Chad Virtual story. That
Ju-
would be the name of your book, wouldn't it?
Mine would just be, yeah.
You could just make a book of the tweets.
That
That's
would be
You
true.
could
it.
just
actually.
compile all of them together
Yeah.
and have a just a nice kind of picture of the front.
I guess I could do like a little blurb explaining how it's feeling at the
Yeah,
time.
like on the back
you know,
pages.
yeah.
You could do that.
You could just you just review each year of tweets to say how you were feeling emotionally, physically.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
The Eagle now.
Well,
and
that-
the Krieg.
That went from terrible to okay in about 3 seconds.
So here's the problem.
Okay.
There's no diffuse kit.
Strange.
If G2 save, they will be milking more time on the clock here. I guess if they find a kill now in transition, they can probably go for this, but otherwise, you should probably be saving, getting the fudge out of town.
Maybe take that bloody Krieg and Org and AK.
Are they going for this?
I don't know. Maybe they just want to try and take them down with the bomb like Alex was saying, but either way, that seems like they're just throwing away 2 guns. Not the most ideal start, but G2 were looking shaky against the Virtus Pro roster here.
And G2 are on a real scrappy buy up against the full rifles of Mouse. They're going to do something probably quick again. If I had to guess, I reckon we're going to be seeing some more speed out of Mouse.
Who's the MVP so far? Who's in the running?
Hunter.
Hunter.
It's
Good
Hunter.
shout. Great shout.
He's the highest, like stats-wise, or he was before going into the last series with VP, but I'd say he continued that because he was beasting it up on the majority of those maps there.
Had a quiet one, yeah.
I thought
Kenny,
Frozen's in the running
Well, yeah,
potentially.
Rops
I
and Frozen
think
up
it's
there?
Rops is pretty high as
Yeah,
well.
Rops and Frozen have to be up there.
Yeah, they had a really big inferno.
Let me have I'll just bring up the stats as is going into the grand final. So Hunter's 1, Rops is 2, Frozen's 3.
Oh, there you go. Good
Kenny's
shout
in
all around.
4th. He had a pretty bad performance on one of those maps there.
Oh yeah, the Vertigo. Was
Yeah,
the one he did.
Amanek and then Jax. So that's the top 6.
All right, we got pretty accurate then.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Try not to sound too surprised.
Yeah, I'm just like, well, we actually.
It's almost like we've been watching the
games. Didn't need someone else to tell us.
Wow, you did it.
Okay, that was mildly
nuts.
impressed.
Yeah.
So 2-1, mousesports now, really picking up the pace here.
Still waiting for that.
Trying to get it.
So that's a time check
Matt
coming in
Kent.
from Chad Birchall here. It's a 4:39.
It's a thumbs up
PM.
for now with the 2-1 lead. They do need a 2-0.
Carrigan
quickly.
finding himself in a position where he has 1 hour and 21 minutes remaining.
And at that point, Regin will come on. It's been a while. I don't think he's been on the servers for some time. So really do need to see these anti-ecos. Just maybe just a straight-up rush. Get it done.
Yeah. Get the bomb down as quickly as possible.
Well,
It's a fake B.
it's worked. It's pulled all the CTs where he wants them.
Well, he doesn't know how many he's spotted, I guess.
You just keep rushing.
Peace!
It just doesn't stop.
There's 5 people there. He has no idea. That's amazing. But it's a great call as well. Go away. It all works out, Carrigan. Just getting fed here.
Speaking of food, the pizza's just arrived.
The pizza.
I just feel like the food comes in thick and fast.
Yeah,
here.
like we
I
only
swear,
just had the
I
wings.
I've barely stopped eating my
Yeah.
lunch, and it's like dinner
But
time.
the food windows here are for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not like
I guess.
other events where the food window is like an hour and you rock up and
And
it's
the
like...
food is hot here.
Yeah, that's true as
Yeah.
well.
The drinks are cold.
I'm all good at the
I
moment,
think
thank
we're
you.
fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
God,
I've
no,
just
I
finished the wings.
I couldn't even think about food right now.
I'm going to
Food
wait
is hot, the drinks are cold.
until at least map 2.
Delicious.
That's a great idea, actually. I will need the
the
energy for the
show
show
match.
Oh, I
match.
forgot that's happening.
Can we have a hard out on the show match as well? We get to like 7 p.m. We'll just call it a day.
No, I want to beat this production crew.
Well,
Actually,
we're not even playing the first half. It might be over before we even step on the server.
well, there's
chat.
no way that Alex, Sean, and Trace don't get more than 3 rounds.
That's
They
what I'm
they
saying.
chose overpass though, so they're starting CT, right? All you have to do is just rush A or long. There's one dude there.
No, it's fine.
All they
Yeah?
do is rush
Yeah.
B, I feel like.
I would just
Let's-
be rushing
the-
every round.
They are
5-man
listening.
unit,
They
5
have been
flashes.
listening to our strats, so let's
Okay.
save this for our huddle.
We're
We
giving
should have gone
them so
vertigo,
much.
boys. Should have told you we could do.
Well, we
vertigo.
let them choose. I want to give them as many
Chad was
advances
really
as possible.
ballsy. He was the one that threw 5 versus 3, and they choose the
That's
map.
fine. Watch me destroy these noobs.
I can't wait, Chad. When I only have 1 round to show for my half.
Look, if you find you're struggling in the middle of the game and you want to tag yourself out, like let me
You think I'm
know.
tagging
I would
out,
jump
man.
straight in there.
I've been slaying those bots for the last 5 minutes. I'm ready.
the bots now.
The bots, the stationary bots, they could not handle me.
Well, Trace is in there right now playing some as well,
Oh,
so
good,
I'm
good.
glad that Sean's taking it serious. You're taking it serious.
I am here.
Henry, the serious level has been. I guess it's more of a drop off in the Henry G serious department for this game.
Yeah, this one.
Tapping out?
I'm more of a kind of inspiration for you guys.
Yeah.
You know,
I'd like a motivator though. That works.
I'll be.
If you could
kind
throw
of
some
there.
flashes for me, Henry, I'll just kill them all.
Yeah, do something perhaps, and
Look,
then
I'm just
Do
gonna turn
something.
up. I'll drop a solid 20. We know that's gonna happen. Whether it'll be pretty or not, yet to be seen. But as long as Sean gets me a few rounds, I feel like I can deliver.
I could get you a couple.
yeah, see what you can do.
3 on 5 though.
Guys, don't worry about it. Why are we worried about it?
I'm not
not.
worried. You're worried. I'm just.
No, they're not worried at
just
all, man.
understanding the situation.
Like we're aware that Counter-Strike is a numbers game, and well, we are giving them probably the most significant advantage you could possibly have, which is a 5 versus 3 on spawn.
It'll be fine.
I'm not worried.
3 orb CT side.
I'm killing at least 3 players around.
Yeah, I'm at least getting 1.
mousesports now 4-1 here as the grand final does continue to kick on here as now time check 4:42 p.m.
God damn.
It's the most exciting part of the entire.
How many rounds can they
Tournament,
win
really.
before Carrigan has to
I
go?
almost feel like we need a clock on the stream.
Yeah,
Imagine.
Yeah, countdown.
The Carrigan
We'll all
clock.
play next to it.
It's like the have you guys seen 24?
yeah.
Yeah.
That noise.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh dear. All right, it's going to be another execute from mousesports. It worked for them before. It's going to work for them again here as they will completely light the side up. We saw them doing this over in the Pro League Finals, throwing a lot more Molotovs over towards the firebox, the default box, just making sure they clear everything out, push the CTs into the line of sight of flashes, and then absolutely maul them with the AK-47s.
Taking them down 1 by 1. Oof. No prisoners taken here, as we'll see. 3 versus 2, to be fair. There's a chance to save the AWP. Kenny S will be his main objective at this point. Don't think they'll be going for this one, considering they have no kits. And they start their retreat at this point. This is your grand final. We're joined by an all-star cast here of Jeremiah, Chad Birchall, Henry G, Sean Gares, Alex Machine Richardson.
Halvor is floating in and out.
Halvor is in the background.
He's
there.
floating in and out.
Trace, I believe, is elsewhere.
He's
Playing a matchmaking.
he's getting ready for the
Matchmaking.
for the show
while
match.
watching this.
It makes sense, you know. You got to have your priorities right, and I'm with him.
Yeah. Trace walked into the room where they were practicing. They were going over strats.
Were they really?
Yeah. Pack it up, boys. They're doing strats.
It's not going to matter, Hank. It's not even going to matter a little
We're
bit.
not on the CT side. The embarrassment will already be done. Fantastic. They will already be over.
No, but if Sean does what I think he does with the three of them,
Okay.
it's going to be fine.
All right. I like the sound
Sean's
of
going to move the pieces of the puzzle around exactly as I expect, and everything's going to be okay.
that. 2A.
Yeah.
I'll take the bomb B.
Everything is gonna
Hi,
be
I'm a
okay.
piece of the puzzle. Checking in.
Yeah. So you're. I don't want to give
Don't
it
say
away.
anything, bro. Don't say anything. I know what I'm gonna do.
Current time.
I'll
bomb.
work it out.
Time check again as we have a tactical timeout coming on through.
You have got 4 of those available.
4:44.
So they'll be shaving 4 minutes off, so we can operate in the assumption that they'll use all of them. So that's 4:48. So we'll just operate with that additional par.
And if they're really smart about it, what they'll do is they'll let freeze time initially tick down
To 15,
and
right?
then do it. So then they get an additional 20
35.
seconds.
Yeah, smart.
But 1 to 5, we'll be seeing a feigned mid control
Hello,
coming out.
Amanek. Hello, Spicy.
Frozen's dead here. There's no way he's ready for this. He's going to rage too. That's a death punch moment. They have to accelerate A after that. They have to go.
How many death punch moments on LAN have you had, Chad?
I didn't have many. I was too busy raging at my teammates.
Sean, you much of a death slammer?
I had a few.
Yeah?
I can't recall any, but I know I had some.
Oh, yeah.
Not been caught on stream?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think I'm safe.
No motion track gifts.
Yeah.
You ever wave your finger at anyone in disbelief after losing a semi-final? Or
Did you see that clip?
yeah, wasn't it good?
It was.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
Oh, it's from DreamHack Seville.
Yeah.
They like Devil Walk was like they lost in the semi-final.
Yeah.
There's a funny clip of him just like berating one of his
Madden.
players, but apparently it was fine. He's actually berating.
Yeah.
because,
saw it?
because he was
I saw that.
because his teammate was like tilting in the game. Apparently,
Yeah.
so he just thought, "I'll come straight back at you." So fair enough.
Well, look, I respect
know?
it.
Yeah, I respect it
I
too.
didn't retweet it in like a way that I thought was like negative. I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Get stuck in.
bit of passion.
Give him the
Everyone knows
beans.
The only way to diffuse a problem is to escalate it first.
Aggressive behavior will always prevail.
I
Only
recently read that if you want to avoid confrontation, you feel it's coming, change the medium of communication.
Oh,
And so perhaps that's what Devil Walk was doing. He was talking on TeamSpeak. He
And
said,
he
"Hey,
said
let's do this
straightforwardly,
face to face.
Let's
Let's
have
really I'm detecting
as
tension.
angry as possible.
Let's do it
now.
face to face." Do I sound muffled to you, anyone else? Like I feel like I've got this microphone.
Give us a mic
the
check.
wrong way round.
Give us a mic check.
I don't think
Sounds
you have
weird
it.
to me.
Why don't you play with the little nibbly bit?
I
Make
think-
sure that
I think it's supposed to be this way round.
No.
Or is it this way round?
That's
this way
right.
round.
That's
Definitely
the
this
way,
way.
yeah.
That's much better. Maybe I've got a bit of an issue.
Ooh,
No, I'm
hi.
good. I'm good.
All right, so mousesports, they went for a fake towards B and middle. They lost the opening kill because of some Amanek aggression.
Oh, Molly's great.
And now they're going into more of a default spread here.
Molly's not so great. I changed my mind.
Well, it's a good idea.
G2 has built up some economy, so
And they're
time
running
in-
dorps.
yeah. Dops.
Couple of dorpers.
Clawpers, Dorpers.
Chorpers.
Oof. Splitting A with a man in Palace. Not the easiest.
Round 8. The first map.
Henry?
Hunter. He's going to be
I
smoked
just had a bit
off.
of a flashback moment. Sorry.
To what?
Alex knows.
I do. Hunter, however, if he's wise to these tricks, Carrigan always the spearhead of the
They've
assault.
gotten a lot of room, really, haven't they? Even though with the player in
Because they got
Palace,
the Palace setup, right?
they have to be wary, though.
He pushed he actually pushed the smoke and went
Surely they're wary. Surely. Woo!
back. Don't call me Shirley. You still haven't dealt with Palace. Jackson's got his timing so
They
right.
know he's there
Hunter can
now, though.
support him. Yeah, that's true. And now the rest of the squad are starting to dwindle. It doesn't look good.
Mousesports now
Here we go.
just running away with it.
They've got to be quick. At least they got the T-side start.
4:48 p.m.
Just the constant time change. Like, there's going to be a 15-minute break as well. It's so brutal.
Oh,
And this has got another like, at least 30 minutes.
You know, Carrigan's just like, stay the fuck in your seats. We're not going outside for a break. Get G2 in here back as quick as they can. Let's go.
Carrigan runs from the door of his gaming room to theirs and just blocks the way.
You're not leaving.
Door style. Sit the fuck down. Play on. Play on.
The Krieg and the AK, both very valuable
Yeah.
weapons on the CT side. We'll be holding on to them. The round slips by, but still there is hope going forward. CZ available, and it looks like the money will be fine for a couple of drops as well. But 6-2 on the T side. Mousesports looking very comfortable here. It's a bit of a mainstay throughout the history of this sort of core.
Did you like playing Mirage, Sean?
I actually did. I did like playing Mirage. I think what Kerrigan said yesterday is how I felt about it. There's a lot of opportunities to do different types of defaults in mid. Obviously, faking mid control and screwing out A, B. There's executes at A and B. It is a map that has everything tactic-wise. It's just
I
played
think Cash
out.
was the same though, right?
Yeah. So the thing I always didn't like about Cash is it's very difficult to split A from mid, unless you had like those truck smokes or
Sure.
like not many. Like if you were in a pug, you would never.
No, you would never
split A.
No, you're right.
From mid.
It might be easier now though, with the like Kenny S box there and the way that the
Surely that's, if anything, that's helping the CTs.
Maybe to get up and over, they could boost over it and shit. Teams were starting to come up with variations for like walling off that area of the map, but like you're saying, it's not like so easy for the casual.
Yeah. Whereas I think everything on Mirage is easy for the casual.
You're right. Thing is, if they take this out of the map pool, I wonder what they change, right? Like
Next now.
Ooh.
Hello. And goodbye.
And they're stuck in B apps.
Yeah, they pretty much have to commit to this now.
Or they could save, Henry, and
They could save
waste a minute and 20 seconds.
That is actually an option as well. But I guess they don't want to save at this point, considering they're the ones really with time up against them here. mousesports will be falling back. The bomb is available.
Yeah, so direction minimal for these guys right now. Frozen's going to try and find something on a solo mission middle. There's only so much he can do without a boost friend. Kenny's responsible for Palace. Next is going to probably catch this mid walk up short. 50 seconds. NATO's still going to probably arrive late from... Doesn't maybe perhaps look like they're setting up for a B to mid, but I'm not sure Rops is ready for this. Not at all. They were going straight for short. And that is 100% confirmed for G2. Now, 100% is a lot of percentages.
That is quite a massive number.
In fact, some would say it's
almost
all
too
of it.
much. Yeah. But it does look good.
Quite the statement I've made, but with every second that passes, my anxiety wanes. It does seem like G2 got this one.
There's been a lot of players having to leave straight from like the end of games to planes recently.
A lot of tournaments.
EG,
That is a very common theme.
EG loving it. One of EG's favorite things to do in recent times.
Well, they're just as mad as we are. They've done like 25 events this year as well.
Yeah. They're
I mean, they got carried away with success they
signing
had
up
in
to
NRG.
shit, yeah.
And then like, they got started getting all the invites coming through, and then it's like, wow, this is great. There's so much money to be made. And then you realize you burn yourself out.
And you stop having fun, and then the money doesn't
The
buy
money-
you happiness. So, yeah.
I wonder how many events I've done. Everyone knows the number. I have no idea.
Just head to Liquipedia. They keep track of everything.
And then there's all those extra bits and bobblies I'd have to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's other video games.
Yeah, I went to Birmingham for a day. That was that. I just
Went to Birmingham.
got paid
Lovely.
for that. That was cool.
Did some Dodo.
I normally just like, I look at my invoices and I just search by unpaid, and then all of them come up. And at that point, I can really work out what I've done. It's
That's a joke, guys.
That
is a joke. We do get we have been paid for some events.
And recruits.
Funniest man.
Caster for free.
just freelance.
All right,
Free caster.
Free.
just quickly, they're going back to this execute that worked for them a bunch of times, right? If they're going to do the same one, or maybe it's a double pump to bait out utility. So they're going to throw the smokes again. Then we're going to see the site completely doused in flames across the default box and the firebox. Maybe a sandwich Molotov too if they're feeling a little bit more spicy. But this aggressive A-ramp play here, it's a bit juicy.
Second player moving into the site as well.
I like it. You should be backing up Jax when he's that far forward if you have the time.
Believe that's an opera ticket.
They might, yeah. So they've full committed to this.
I believe so, Sean. It looks like the setup has been confirmed. Jax flashed over and kill converted. Chris J happy to receive it. No real sweat having to be broken at this point. It looks like they're very comfortable. This is the very cool Molotov. I saw this more recently, and it lands all the way that CT spawn. We'll get next to there with the AK-47. Not going to be enough. 4 versus 3. mousesports continue their dominancy towards the A side of the map. 35 seconds. Looks like it's under control here, Chad.
Yeah, biggest issue right now is
What's him?
getting legged by Kenny. The smoke's cleared and he's gone down.
Down 25 seconds. Actually, things could
that
get
sure?
a little difficult now. Hunter's
Yeah.
got a smoke to play around. It's not quite
It
where he
was.
wanted it to be, so now the fights go close quarters, and so he profits with the CZ. 15 seconds. Where's that bomb?
All going wrong for both teams right
Oh
here.
my god, now Eminex's got to try and bang him through the box, imagine. He's just knifing out.
I love it.
And he knows he's
Oh,
got
I love
it. Nato. Oh,
Damn.
out scope. That was fast.
Abanek's a clutch player.
He is, isn't he?
really is.
He's a gamer.
He's a cerebral little big brain.
Like, he knew that if because he was focusing on the plant, he's probably doing it in the middle, he can just go straight towards the box and be...
But
out
pushing
of line
that
of
smoke,
sight.
right, is a risk. Like,
Yeah.
he's taking a big risk by doing that, but at the same time, he's, like, I guess playing the percentages that
He's
it's
such
unlikely.
a CSGO player.
Yes.
Like, he is like the definition of a pure CSGO player. Every
Yeah,
time
I'm
I
with you.
watched him when he was on the team, I was like, wow, that's so smart. And I don't think
My
that
brain
way.
doesn't work in that way.
It's like, oh, that's so clever what you just did. He would like make noises where I would never make noises.
And that's CSGO players for you.
Yeah.
This is going to be the flashbang A attack here. 3 towards Palace. Smoke and CD spawn perhaps. Got the AWP watching for rotations from middle. One flash shot is all it takes. And it can find you a lot of success here, but it does require the AWP or maybe the M4 and spawn to be flashed off. That's successful so far, and we will see mousesports start to open things up here. They still trail by one man. It's going to be Carrigan getting them back in the situation. He had a good tournament so far, but Nexa looks very strong and leaves Frozen in a 2-on-1 here. I don't think he manages to hit that one. Hunter will find in the 5th. Time to close the gap here, boys. We might have a grand final on our
Yeah,
hands.
this is wild. I feel like mousesports is just getting out into the A site every round, and
Yeah.
GT is just stonewalling them the second they drop the default.
Oh, that bomb just does not get down. Like, the last round, it would have been a very different story if Kenny didn't jump for info and leg Carrigan off the bomb.
4:55 p.m.
4:55. Now, the hard cut-off, if you've just joined us, for the in-game leader of mousesports in this grand final.
the brains of the operation, really.
The brains of the operation, the puppet master, if you will, is 6 p.m.
The man brought in to reinvigorate the squad after the wheels fell off. Able to bring them to top 4 placings throughout his tenure as the in-game leader, and most recently, a trophy lift.
How long was he in MV for?
About 6 days.
6 yeah,
No, he was just there for that whole little
just filling in,
stint
was
to
it?
help them with the major earlier. And I think they probably would have wanted to try and keep him, but there's no way you hang around for that.
No, it's fair.
Envy just got rid of Ely and their manager, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
How ridiculous is Kerrigan's story, by the way? The fact that, you know, he was removed from FaZe, and now where FaZe is at compared to where he's at.
Yeah.
It's actually
It's kinda-
incredible.
Yeah, you're right.
But we've spoken about this before,
it's
right?
so incredible.
The teams who replace their in-game leaders, we end up like demonizing them and looking at them like, you guys are just, what are you doing, you know?
The Glock now.
Well, it's known to be one of the most potent guns in the game.
Incendiary's so
Henry.
wild.
Oh.
Getting a bit toasty in there, Kenny.
So now he either breaks the vents or waits.
Yeah, they got double orbs. They're not
works.
retaking this.
Bye.
Dorps, we call them.
Okay, so who are the teams who will replace their in-game leaders and then replace them with just a fragger?
Ents?
Yep, well, we hate Ents now.
8 now.
Big did it, right, with God B?
Yeah, Tabson doing it, though, I don't hate.
Yeah. We haven't really seen much out of them lately.
I don't think they're qualifying for much. I think they're just...
They're playing...
Last I saw them
so it's not going well for them.
They're playing the
not
Malta
going
event.
Oh,
big?
Yeah.
They've been awful.
And they just lost
There we
in
go.
the DreamHack, right?
Last place at Sevilla.
Yeah, and then...
Who
yeah.
else?
Well, you'll get to watch them in a couple of days, Henry.
Dead last. Couple
Trace,
of
how'd
days,
the matchmaking
back to
go?
the back to the grindstone.
Pressing
Who
your
else?
nose
Who
against
else?
it.
Well, are you talking
Straight
about
in.
teams that replaced in-game leaders
Yeah.
with fraggers?
Yeah.
Navi did that?
Yeah.
They did that,
and then
yeah.
they got caught by the coaching rule change?
Oh, that's right. That was ages ago, right? With Starix.
Yeah, I guess you could. They kind of did it with Boomich as well, because Boomich wasn't
Yeah, but
an
Zeus,
actual in-game
Zeus
leader.
had to go about 2 years ago, so it's
Yeah,
it's
but
probably
they still had more success with Zeus than they ever did without him.
But watching Boomich, like, he's actually doing good shit.
I mean, he's doing good individually, but the team is still at the same spot they've always been.
That's true. They haven't fully found their feet just yet. I think that Glock round could actually just be the undoing of this half for G2. What was looking good has now probably screwed.
Yeah, you
Props
can't
his
have that
Deagle onto
happen.
triple as well. The fact he had that much room to line up for the shot on it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I'd say this one's probably a 10-5
10-5
half.
half.
Yeah.
Now Sports will at least have their in-game leader for the full Mirage then.
That's something. It means they'll have 2 opportunities, perhaps, to close things out with the coach. But this is looking quite good for Hunter. Runs out of bullets, though. Another 2-on-1.
Okay, like let's...
There we go. What have you got?
I'm trying to say this delicately.
Yes.
At least it's Carrigan and not Rops
What's
who
this?
has
He
to
wins
go.
this. Oh.
Right? Because if it was Rops that had to leave,
Right, I see what you're saying.
we may as well not even play the final.
But do you think Raging
That
can
might be
channel
true.
his inner Carrigan?
Well, let's say that Rops and Frozen just go absolute gorilla beast mode, right? They just become these apes, just beating their chest, running on through, just ripping heads, right? Just absolute crazy CS.
Yeah,
Those
okay.
two could do it.
I see what you're saying. Like in terms of actual, like the chance for a raw mechanical win in the absence of your in-game leader.
Strats go out the window and it just
yeah,
becomes
yeah.
like a fucking
Different
slug
CS,
match.
Different CS, like play deathmatch.
It's like Hunter and Rops are just standing at either side.
You're getting
just
me excited,
biffing,
actually.
you know? Just doosh.
Almost want to see it.
Yeah. Well,
Just
we have
Robs
to
running
pull them
around.
aside. We'll just pull them aside and say, guys, can you do us a favor?
No strats, no nades, don't buy any grenades.
Run at them. Shoot them. Does seem like that 10-5 is a possibility as we are watching an eco transpire. So probably the least favorite round of Counter-Strike to observe and watch and witness.
Yeah, Valve are doing their best to make sure they don't exist anymore at all, so maybe by next year we won't have to watch any.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
I like it when the Desert Eagles work, because then it feels kind of like everyone's a winner. Valve can't complain. They spent some money. It's a threat.
What about the R8 revolver?
Yeah, why is that one-shot body shot not back in the game? I think that one-shot body shot revolver,
It's literally a scout.
like that's the play.
It's a scout when you hit someone in the body. It's so nuts.
I got bodied by a guy called Smiley the other day in matchmaking
How'd it
using
make you
only
feel?
the revolver in Face It, I think he was playing.
So a bunch
Only
of
revolver.
He was a level 10.
I'm sure his
Face It
teammates
flat
loved
net,
him.
and he really was getting multi-kills,
Is
actually.
he popping off?
Truly.
Oh.
Train the map. Ivy he held. Just a revolver. I was in main. Brains shattered all over the cement. I looked like a twat.
Yeah.
Smiley looked like the best
Not a great
player in the
feeling.
game. No. That's the end of my story, and we've got the 15th round, which is one of my favorite stories to tell because it's about how the 10th was found for mousesports.
Can you give us the beans?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, give us the absolute beans.
I want all the beans.
Well, it's a grand final after all.
The
isn't
red
it?
beans and the ravioli.
Yeah.
And the guacamole.
Chris J starting
Haha.
a sneaky maneuver around this smoke. Bomb still in spawn, so not much to be beanie about, but alliteration and Frozen about to try and draw first blood. He's a bit aware of this, so much more than a bit. Quick scope onto Frozen. Bomb on the back of NATO, the stand-in. And they're currently split 2 for 2. Not sure really on the final objective here as they split and pick. 60 seconds. Bomb now leaning towards the B site. Carrigan, he's doing his best to investigate, try and sell this A. The CTs are starting to get a little sweaty on their mouse pads. Just Amanek holding firm. That's the word.
This is the beans.
Oh, dude, I forgot I was doing the beans. Was that what I was supposed to be doing?
Yeah,
Oh,
we wanted the full. We wanted the full. We
also
wanted
got
everything.
Full beans. We
Oh,
also
you wanted
all
like
the
major
sides.
casting. But
Yeah.
that wasn't a major casting. There's no big casting to be done here.
Well, look, you have to make it exciting.
Okay,
That's your
sorry.
job.
NATO Sapphics,
Here we go.
35 seconds. He's going to have to do everything. Misses the first. It's a problem. Down to just the scraps of health. Hunter finishes it, and G2, my God, they're set for 6.
Henry, this is where you take over.
Sean is in the tricast.
okay,
Oh, I'm in the TriCast?
Yeah.
Yeah, Alex, it looks like Rops is going to have to save this AK-47
Oh, we
here
got
going
one.
into
Wow.
the next half.
That's sensational.
amore.
Thank you so much.
Wait. The quicker
Oh.
we get to the break, the quicker we can come back, so Carrigan doesn't have to leave. Let's go.
Break.
Welcome back. This is your grand final. G2 versus mousesports here at CS Summit 5. We've got a hard out. We've got 55 minutes as mousesports do have the lead right now. Map of the one Chad.
I have something I need to point out here.
Go
The
on.
fact that Rops has 21 kills to his name, where the next closest on his team is only 11 frags. So Rops here is showing up. Oh, we
we
do
have
have
a
a
timer.
There we
Can we
go.
label it hard out time now? Let's make sure everyone knows.
It's a hard out.
Carrigan's hard out.
I'm going to give you some of the best right here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to see Rops with yet another kill to his name there. Will eventually be traded out by that of Amanek Kenny. Going to be pushing forward, scavenging that USP and garnering control of the jungle position. But the CTs, they want to be quick on the retake. So Chris J pushing on in through the flash of Carrigan, and we'll find another. There's a 3-on-2 situation.
And the bomb's out.
And the bomb will be dropping back here as well, G2, they want to slow this one down.
But you can see that they're paranoid about the flank. So they aren't going to be relieving the A site so much as they are just going to be chilling and rotting that clock as much as they possibly can. Now starting their advance.
mousesports know this because Frozen has control of their flank. He's communicating to his teammates. Likely that they can't get
Well,
anywhere besides
yeah.
the A side, although they could technically go through window, which is why you see Kerrigan holding that.
Yeah, Frozen's going to confirm even more of the map clear.
Carrigan has another flash as well.
Yeah,
so
Kit on Carrigan too. Kenny, he is going to have to take this fight eventually, and NATO, he knows it, so he's just playing for that close fight.
the thing is, Netasavic's position, he should get destroyed. Yeah.
Bodied. Carrigan, that's a huge frag. 2 would have been lovely.
Go B, go B, go B.
Knife
Yes,
out,
yes,
knife
yes.
out, knife out. Frozen's on a run as well. I think
He's
this is going to be a close fight.
Whoa!
Kenny, yes.
Well, there it is.
The Maltese sniper.
He really is, isn't he? Stepping up just when they need him, a must-win pistol. And at this point, mousesports surely get a force buy. The scouts are coming. The Desert Eagles. There's been a lot of second rounds given away this tournament.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Especially not by G2. So, mousesports.
This is like their favorite second round buy.
Yeah.
The 4 Mac 10s AK.
I feel like G2 has been one of the better teams at this event.
So
on the
Kenny
second
gets
round.
his AK every time, or at least he did on Nuke, and then they just throw SMGs their sight. I don't hate it.
So I know you might be saying that, Sean, but they
Yeah.
did lose the force buy to kick this game off.
Oh.
So, yeah. They won pistol, and then they lost to Chris J getting a couple of deagle kills.
Ah, true, true.
On that B-bomb side, I believe it was.
Twas.
And they went for that weird retake where we were like, why are they doing this?
Mm.
No one knows, really.
You get shadow advantage for that fight, don't you, if you stay there? If for some reason the fight happens there.
Quad Mac 10s, though, on Mirage. I'm not
Not a fan.
Not a fan. They're going to have a lot of long-range fights here.
No one's going Palace. Chris J could get the timing
Oh.
perfect. He has.
It's actually the...
Hi.
So he got 2 on the second round of the first half. If he gets 2 again now, it's fate.
It must be.
It's the only way to explain it.
Aminek's in perfect spot to catch this, though.
Oh, dear.
G2 back in control. Carrigan's going to try and rock the boat. And Aminek's so ready for it. He just knows.
He loves the Mac 10, doesn't he?
I don't love the second player pushing through the smoke to his death play, but maybe some people at home do.
Well, only the 1 kill found. Mac 10's going to be doing a lot of damage in the follow-up rounds here, as GC pretty much guaranteed to tie things up 9-9 on their T-side campaign. Here are the odds from Betway.com. mousesports still the favourites, but I feel like that's going to change. I feel like G2 coming online.
So if you have to, so
Definitely
if you go for 4 Mac 10s and you go up against a force buy, if you're confident you can win that force buy with a Mac 10s, that means that anyone that loses their Mac 10 just rebuys an AK, and you've already got extra cash for what your T campaign, which is already pretty flush for cash anyway. So that's actually not bad.
And Amonik loves using the Mac 10.
Yeah, it's his favourite.
Imagine the look on your boy's face when this guy told me he wants to use it on gun rounds on every
like,
map.
Look, man, that's not the way we do things around here.
This is North America.
He was trying to people in France call me Amonik 10. I'm just like,
That's a pretty cool name, actually.
yes, Francois. But as our lurker on Overpass,
Can't have you using the Mac 10.
need you having an AK-47.
That's so funny.
There we are. There we go. That's the
He's
normal
keeping
buy.
it.
Yeah, no, he's actually insanely good with it.
It's a buy round.
And the thing is, because if you can go through smokes in it, like you run and
Yeah,
gun, right? Like if
jumping,
you got the timings,
accuracy.
you got that gut feeling, and he's got that sixth
Do
sense.
you know, I draw a couple of similarities. Now you described him as like a CSGO player. I think
Yeah.
Flusher is also a CSGO
Exactly,
player,
yeah.
right? And I see similarities in like his affinity for SMGs and
yeah.
his power,
uses
power
all the
around
edges of this
smokes.
game.
Yeah, exactly.
Double AWPs. Very hefty investment. 1 defuse kit in play on the back of Frozen. Where's Chris with the AWP? Is he ticket? There we go.
I hope you've got your ticket to the show match. That'll be happening after this grand final, of course. It's going to be an epic affair. But for now,
5 versus 3.
it's a tall order, Alex. That's what I'm going to say.
One of the tools, a venti to start things off. Extra cream, no
Extra
doubt.
frothy.
Frothy cream. And missed shots from NATO.
Oh!
That
What are you
should
putting
be,
that one in the YouTube reel?
Big risk by him to push that smoke.
Crazy misses on Mirage.
6 misses at Summit Grand Final.
Unbelievable, insane miss.
3v3, and getting the smoke out does mean that they've nullified one of the 3 threats. Next is just going to go all the way around.
They've got
Well,
smokes, right?
Yeah. Oh, they have a double flank. You
hello.
filthy,
Dude, this
filthy,
Hunter.
filthy
Stab him,
animals.
stab him.
Put a bow on it.
Stat you, pussy.
We love cats around here.
Cat. Pussy cat.
Meow.
Cat.
Meow.
Because cats play with their prey,
Yep.
and he didn't. So
And it's against a mouse. And that's what you're getting at. It was clever,
Cats,
and it was layered.
It had lots of wordplay to it.
Yeah. There's layers, guys. It's like an onion.
Or an ogre. Shout out to Shrek.
Yep.
Did you see the recent kind of breakthrough, Chad, that someone identified that Han Solo and Shrek wear the same clothes?
They do.
They
waistcoat,
legit
brown
do.
waistcoat.
Yeah.
Brown waistcoat, mucky linen shirt underneath.
Mine is blown right now.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, only one of them got to bang Princess Leia, so...
Yeah, well, I'd rather have Fiona, if I'm honest.
Oh, you see what she looks like when the lights go off, mate.
Yeah, I've got Philips Hue. I'm just toggling it on and off.
That is a good life hack, by the way.
Or
More about later.
Any other
More
smart
of that
bulb
later.
solution. Anyway, not that.
Not anything but that, actually. But set them to red.
Mouse
Sort of
sports,
red.
mouse sports are in a bit of a
I'm more
hole
of a
here,
pink
right?
mauve kind of thing.
They're going to have to be more aggressive on the next gun round. They have to play like either a mid control, which they were doing that with Rops last time I saw them play Mirage, or they might have to go close up on A ramp so they're not getting just executed on like this. Because the double ops is fine, and it meant that they could hold on to a lot more utility. But if Hunter wants to be doing the dirty lurk, it ain't going to matter, is it?
Yeah, it does seem like mousesports is playing a bit differently than what we've seen them play Mirage last time. Maybe that's because Chris had a bad game the previous time, so he's switching it up at A. But yeah, I agree. I think we'll likely see some kind of mid-aggression coming out of them. If not this next round, probably sometime later in the half.
Well, the scene has been set.
Here we are.
Why did I just hear the
That's
diddle?
Amore.
That's the pause.
I just heard the
sound.
pause noise, yeah.
You don't. Oh, mousesports aren't a fan of it, but.
Fragging for Carrigan.
Oh, they're winning it.
Oh, he takes another.
That 1 HP.
That's
3. Glasses now required.
That's enough.
You leave them at home again, or?
Yeah, I went for the sunglasses instead. I can only bring one or the other.
Well, maybe you get those ones that change from 9
they
days.
missed. Yeah,
that's round.
Yeah.
Oh, 9.
Hunter wants
Maybe.
to win.
You
I
never
told
know,
you.
you never know.
Told you.
6,
Hunter
100% now.
4, 3.
Oh!
4-piece.
my.
Jeremiah loved that one.
Hunter
Big
with
fan
low
of that.
HP, man. He said he likes the pressure. 18 frags.
The HP for Hunter doesn't really matter when he just always puts one bullet in the head.
Yeah, he
it's
really-
crazy, right?
And he always seems to click first as well. So you
He
combine the
always
two of
gets
them.
one past the keeper, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Between the legs even sometimes.
You want to make sure that you're scoring all the goals. There's a triple AWP's going to come out. So Carrigan's probably going to AWP B apps.
He's had it on.
Chris will probably still AWP ticket. And that means NATO will be left to AWP middle.
If they lose the first map, oh, God help him.
Wait, so
Gabe
Chris is
Halpern.
close A ramp with the AWP.
I like this line. Very rarely pays off.
Chris is AWPing close A ramp with AWP. Yeah, alright. Cool.
I dig it. All of the info.
Carrigan should get one here, right?
The wide swing shot.
Oh, he goes for the re-peek and it costs him his life.
Well, that molly's good. That molly's great, actually.
It's going to be extinguished, but they do fall out. And Rob's is going to hear all of this. His eardrums are very excited.
Probably still quite ripe as well. He's only young, so he hasn't had the...
Yes, ripe eardrums is the analysis here in round 21.
Mine are ruined.
Yeah.
Every people have headphones on, I go, why is it so loud? I can't hear anything.
Sometimes I will just kind of, I'll start a sentence to you, Henry. I'll be like, yeah, so anyway, and then I'll realize halfway through that you didn't quite realize I'd started talking. and I'll just start it again like 10 minutes later. I'll be like, I'll find a better moment.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
you can't hear me right
Can't
now.
hear me.
but
He'll come back.
double orbs now.
Dorps.
Started with the trop.
And now just an orb.
Oh.
Singular orb. Started with the trop. Chris J now. Leaving them in a 3 versus 3 G2. No utility here, Sean. Not the best situation to try and get that bomb planted. But it looks like it might be okay.
they
But
might have to
are
fight
coming.
connector.
Oh, this is the flank from Palace. That's big.
Oh, they're moving Kenny up so we can cover CT with the AWP, which means they should
When
try
they
and
plant,
plant
he's
default.
gonna wreck them. Drops has done it.
Oh
That's
my
it.
God,
Call it
he's-
done. He'll give a couple of
he's
knives
gonna
here.
be
Right behind them.
I'll give him a red card for a knife kill.
Oh!
You wouldn't. You
Oh.
would.
Cheeky.
Had a good idea of whether
But it's
they're-
Nexter and Hunter.
Oh.
Hunter
Hunter
now.
though.
He does
Hunter,
like to win
man.
these.
He loves to win rounds, old Hunter.
No
Oh,
way.
if he managed to get in that smoke somehow.
Yeah, I thought if he made it to the
Yeah.
smoke.
All right, let's get that time check popping on through here,
Yeah,
just
let's
to
get
see how long until the hard out.
The hard out for their in-game leader.
And that's not to be confused with the hard on
It's
from their
44
in-game
minutes.
leader.
Oh, 43. I beg your pardon. I
3
apologize.
minutes, and we're entering 42 territory.
Now, this is the danger zone, Sean. We have been expecting this. This is where you'll start things start to escalate at this point.
We're
The
gonna
sweat's
get
starting to come through. Rajin's starting to get the tracksuit on.
And let us not forget.
He's stretching. Yeah, we've seen him stretching
He
up
is.
there. The mouse finger being clicked a few times.
We're going to get like 15 minutes of map 2 Carrigan,
Yeah.
and then it's just like
Those-
packing up his suitcase.
Those at home,
Hopping
those at
on.
home might think, 40 minutes for another map? That's not so bad. Let us not forget, Henry, there's a 15-minute
Minute break.
break.
Hard break. No, can't do anything about that. G2 are entitled to it.
It's not a soft break
We
at
have to
all.
take that.
Now, look,
We have advertisements to run. That has to happen.
bills to pay, people.
So that is a problem here. mousesports really did need to close this one out. If they don't get the first map victory, I dare say they might be done for. Map number 2 coming up very, very shortly indeed. It is going to be Vertigo as well. Bit of a wild card. Not the most comfortable territory for Raging to jump in on. Would have liked to Dust 2, maybe an Inferno.
Yeah.
Something more familiar. Not the best map
What
to go.
drops? Do nothing.
Is
And
Hunter currently better than Nico?
Currently,
Currently?
sure.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
like in terms of form, you know?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he's a better player. It's just individual form.
He could be a better player, though.
I don't know.
That's
Nico's pretty damn
that's
good.
Let's not forget what Nico has done and
Yeah,
is
but
capable of
there's
doing.
but seeing this stuff from Hunter, right?
Yeah.
What
Oh,
he's
no,
do-
it's
if
promising.
he is
It's very
consistent like
promising,
this,
I mean, if G2 can come into the next year with like a refined game style and a more English-speaking Jax, I don't see why they can't be a contender. Even though I know that this event can paint a different picture, considering the fact that their opposition hasn't necessarily been the hardest of hitters.
well, the thing that I look for here is when G2 look well prepared and prepped and they're at the top of their game and everyone's feeling it and winning the clutches and hitting the shots and they have that game plan that we saw when they played Astralis in Pro League, then they look really good, right? It's really, really good. The issue is that's just not a consistent kind of G2 just yet. So if they could bring that and bring us that 80% of the time, then yeah, maybe we're looking at something
Top
which
10.
is pretty deadly here.
Top 10 all the 2020.
Henry, be careful with Jeremiah.
Jeremiah is absolutely fine.
Got a couple of bruises on the forehead, but
Couple of bruises, but that's what makes you tough, you know.
so Rob's had 21 kills in the first half. He only has 3 in this second half. He isn't getting activated just yet.
mousesports got the time, calling the timeouts now, I should say.
40 minutes.
Yeah, 40 minutes, boys. Better make sure it's one hell of a timeout.
Raging's just like,
Raging's
okay,
like, boys,
so
you got to
guys,
close this one out.
Just before you
anything
leave,
you
just
can
before
do.
you leave, how do I turn those game instructor messages off?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And what's the smoke?
That
for
console
B-side?
thing, how do I open it again? I need to
It will be Carrigan on his way out, but for now, mousesports will battle on with the Scout. A couple of M4s, the Org and Nado Suffix. Does he have a weapon drop for him? I assume he does.
Yeah.
Maybe a FAMAS. It's the
An
AWP.
The big grin.
Now then,
Straight through window we will go.
Scout for Chris J. Nado
Finding
Suffix,
frags, no?
6 kills. He can still bring this one back.
Maybe he's feeling the pressure, Greer.
Maybe. We've all been there before.
Is he getting flashed through this already? No, he just wants to play on the outside. He's going to be baited in. Carrigan firing off the shots.
It's pretty dangerous if Carrigan spams like that and they spam back and kill Robs.
I love this. Now they're worried about Frozen. Rob's going to slime through this.
Oh!
Kenny.
That's not nice.
Kenny's
Kenny.
been around this scene for a minute.
A hot
Can't
minute.
play any tricks on him.
No real rat bastards in this game so far. That's kind of leaving it all to the
There has
couch.
been minimal ratting.
Yeah, everyone's been quite pleasant.
Well, hopefully it continues.
Okay, so mid control established. CTs have no presence on A. They're just playing ticket retake. If they lose connector, they're in a little bit of strife. Amanek doing a dirty, filthy lurk.
Is this the start of the ratting?
Well, him being up this close, just so people are aware, if people start moving around on CAD or whatever, he's going to get the audible. He's going to hear it if they're not so careful without their shift key. So they're going to know where that one came from for sure.
Damn, I can't believe they had that smoke at 35 seconds.
Good try.
It's a good frag.
Very
Yeah.
well timed.
They're going to go B because of Amanek's position, surely. They have time to go all the way back through apps.
It's going to be so close, though.
But they've left a player short, and they've left a player back a B. So this should be
Next is
mousesports
going to have
round.
util. He can probably throw a flash or two if he wants to force NATO off the
They have
line.
to
Yeah,
go now.
let's
10
go.
seconds, boys.
Go.
Good flashes. It's done enough.
They can't
Oh,
cross
he's getting
site,
flanked.
though.
He's getting flanked.
Oh, there might be time for
No.
this. No time to plant.
4.
No time.
No time.
Good try.
Average try.
Average try.
And died after time. So next loving his life at this point.
No cash to speak of.
14 hundo in the bank.
Yeah, that's not gone too well for them. mousesports starting to pose a few more rounds in response now. The B-bomb side holds on. Round 24, I assume at this point it will be the eco, considering they're about $2,000. Galil for Jax, he had about $1,000 extra than his teammates. So he'll go Galil, no armor. Don't expect much from that, but maybe get a couple of kills.
Khalil, no armor.
He's hoping that like all of the Glocks draw the fire and he can just sit at the back clicking.
Could be enough for a couple, you know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Not the approach I
Run
would have
boost
gone
and
for.
Jack swings. Is that the play? Yeah, it was. Okay.
This is going to go all the rounds, isn't it? Carrigan's going to be here playing overtime until he has to leave.
They can just leave Hunter now. I like this. Do something else. Get the timing right. Avoided the first scout shot. That's always a good start. The nade doesn't do too much either, so no stress just yet for this G2 unarmored Galil eco.
So we didn't really point this out during the last game.
Here we go.
But in the last matchup between VP and G2, Hunter had 76 kills over 3 maps. The next closest on his team was Jackson Kenny, both tied at 47.
Do you have his headshot percentage as well? Just out of interest?
No, I don't.
Damn, I'm interested. 2-up window now. 2 different routes. And 40 seconds with the getting across. And a frag, no less.
Oh, dear.
That's not bad.
Khalil coming in.
And
Oh, dear.
second
He gets an
frag?
assist
There
on
it
that one
is.
as well.
Damn.
All right, this is it. Just mop it up now. There we go. That was a little bit dangerous.
Frozen made sure of that.
Yeah, it's not bad as well because NATO only has 3,200 and Rops only has 4,100. So they are going to have to drop weapons across to those guys. So those 2 kills, worth it actually in the long run. And Amanek 10.
There he is. Almanac 10. He doesn't even play aggressive with it all the time.
Which is just wild.
Yeah, he's just incredibly good with it.
He knows the power spikes of the weapon.
Yeah. He knows how to peek with it.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a big start. NATO.
Rops is there this time.
Oh, and he's in the perfect spot to catch the drop. mousesports aggro mid, and the last 2 are going to be charging up ramp, but I think Chris took one down before he died, so now, all on to Kenny. A rifle and time, but it does seem like mousesports will have the 13th. He's having a little walk, a little investigation, and I'm going to put my microphone a little closer to my mouth.
And he's dead.
Earpieces are killing me.
So this is like nightmare fuel for me if Mouse win this map and then Carrigan leaves.
Yeah, especially a long, drawn-out win, right?
Yeah,
Like
close
what it's gonna
win.
be.
Because it means it could have been a competitive final, and then if G2 just steamroll it from there, oh dear. Like, I'm being honest with the whole situation here. 34-46, the hard out. Well, this game will definitely be done before he has to leave.
Which is nice.
But Reginald will have to jump in for the second game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Could he play half of the second map?
Precisely. It's unlikely.
He's not
at this point.
he might get, like, maybe 5 or 6 rounds.
Yeah. But he
Yeah.
can start.
He can, I guess.
Yeah, they get the strong start. Get that
yeah.
pistol win, you know. Okie dokie, artichoke.
Maybe he could just coach for a bunch of rounds. Just stand behind them, calling strats. Have Regin running around.
Yeah.
So, what do we think the play for G2 is? Because that fast mid stuff seems to be getting countered. They worked when they did the A pounce, right? They did the flash. They killed Chris J. They tried to go B, but Carrigan was AWPing.
Yes, that's right.
But I guess they don't have the money for the AWPs now, right? Because that was a triple AWP round that they ran that on. They won't reinvest in it if they, because most of them are going to stay alive in this round. I don't expect G2 to get too many kills. So if they're not investing into the triple AWP setup next round, maybe they could go for that B piece again. But the problem is to try and go for it after you know you've already lost it pretty easily once becomes a worry.
G2 doing around the world strat on this eco. All the way back to A ramp.
Running the clock right down now.
See if they can get a plan. It doesn't look like they're going to... I don't think they even get past ramp. This is the hold, man. Robson Chris. Nato will start full contact, and now backup has arrived. Can't really leave. Did they get the AWP in time? Phew! Okay, less awkward than it could have been. And 14 for Mouse as well. So really could be, if this is the win for mousesports, which it does seem to be poised to be one, we've got a real potential long road into this best of 3 for the G2 boys. Vertigo next.
When I watch mousesports on Mirage, it makes me want to see Rops play the center of maps everywhere. Because he is so good at connector and just aggroing mid, playing aggressive in the plays early.
I think that's a new position for him as well, though, because he was always anchoring A before, right? Carrigan only moved him into this within recent time.
Yeah.
So it's pretty crazy.
Makes me want to see him out of like B site dust 2.
Or like Inferno,
Yeah, right.
put him as the rotator.
I just want to see him running around killing everyone.
Yeah, he's always in quite isolated positions, especially on the CT side.
Vertigo B site.
That's because he was always the type of guy who would be able to anchor the bomb sites. But if he can do everything,
But he's transcended that now,
Yeah.
I think.
yeah, he's now a star player, right?
Yeah.
Whereas before he was a rookie, he was playing roles.
And he came in, he played all the bitch roles
Yeah,
when he first
especially
joined.
the form he's in right now as well. You want to get the most out of him. You want him those A bomb sites most of the time. But here we go. Nexa does open things up. It's a decent AK-47 shot. He somehow survives the ding. Can he even get out of here? Is he alone? He is. So he's kind of isolated himself.
Yeah, but perhaps by design, if they can get a pick.
Oh, the timing on this!
Hunter, he gets the first. If he wins the fight on Carrigan now, the timing though, Amanek.
Wow, the crossfires here are just wrecking him.
Nexus still gets one. Stuck around long enough, but with 30 seconds, he's going to have quite a run. Oh, he needs the bomb so bad. Tucks in.
There really is no time. That's fancy
How you getting
footwork.
through? How's he getting through this?
Oh, that's a huge
shit.
miss.
Where's he gonna go?
Connector.
Yeah, it actually
Charging.
works out. That was a big miss.
Holy shit.
Nato hits that. The round's done.
Yeah.
No way.
Carrigan,
Oh my god!
big brain, but there's a lot to do here. Bombs should be going down, and the AWP to cover from Ticket, and it's going to be a clean shot from Nexa. Big round to pick up there.
That's huge. Getting out of that at all for Kenny. The fact that he stepped away with any of that.
There was
Comes to
that
the
rat
vent.
move you were looking for.
There
I
it
saw
is.
it.
Snake in the grass. Or in the
yeah.
trousers.
Snake in the trousers, that's for sure.
That's how the saying goes.
All right, then. G2 might be able to bring this back then. The money's not quite broken yet, but pretty much one round away from doing so. This might be indicative
What a
of who takes
shift.
the map.
Yeah, what a shift in momentum this is about to be. Round 28 could just determine it all. Let's see if NATO doesn't have the last round echoing in his mind in such a crucial moment in this grand final. I like that he's bringing the fight. Not going to be.
but he's
That's
been
an AK,
struggling a
right?
lot, right?
Yeah, that's an AK. That's a fight he can take. Not a Krieg.
I wondered what the question was. Yeah, okay. Walking into a Krieg, a very different fight.
There's a timer on. Well, actually, no. If the player's watching underpass, he can stay here for as long as he wants.
Yeah, looks like that's Frozen's job right now.
That landed right on him and did 30 damage.
Yeah, that seemed a lot more significant than it was. Frozen, though, does he dare probe any further?
Frozen dies and
He's
NATO
fucked the
dies. Oh no.
Hunting come
Wow,
out.
that's a big frag.
That's the lurk as well, so they
Yeah.
can full rotate.
Carrigan's going to know they're coming to him. He's going to play survival. Force the fights. And it doesn't favour. Jax actually gets a huge frag.
Frozen's doing it, though. He's done enough, giving them the
Reckon.
advantage.
Yeah, Kenny can't do much on his own. Maybe the first. No, not even that. Wow, this could be the win for mousesports after what was a terrible round prior. They have managed to break the G2 bank.
30 minutes now. 29, actually, if you look at the official clock there. They'll win this map, then they've got a 50-minute break, then they're looking for the 2-0 very quickly, Chad.
Yeah, would be the quickest 2-0 that we'd ever seen if it was to come through.
Vertigo, A side, T side has been rushing every round.
Do we know what side mousesports is starting on Vertigo?
I would
I'd
say
assume-
CT side, right?
Yeah, they should. No, I get like most teams will pick CT.
Yeah, because it's G2's map pick. So
Yeah,
The last time they played, they started CT and they just got railroaded.
true.
13-2.
You might want to go. He doing the 24 countdown. There we go. This could be a 3 versus 3. NATO quiet performance so far, but it seems like it might just be enough here with that big frag as it's Frozen.
Ooh.
Appearing through the smoke. Overtime.
Carrigan to win it. Of course it's Carrigan.
No kit.
And
Overtime is
are
actually the
totally
worst thing that
talking
these
about
guys
it.
like, for us, for the viewer, for everything, it's exciting. But for mouz, they're just sitting there.
It's
You
the
know,
last thing they need.
when you're waiting to go do something you want to go do. You're going out for the night. It's like
Yeah.
you've got a hard start time.
Like, let's finish, guys. Come on, let's finish. I've got to go.
Yeah,
Got to go shower.
you're getting all angsty and antsy and shit.
Oh, yeah. 27, 37.
A couple of FAMASs, 3 of them in
Deagle.
total.
It'll be
Desert
You can win
Eagle.
around with this.
A execution off the bat from G2.
You do love to see.
I feel like
them
it's
mix
enough.
up.
It's double upset on T side though.
Oof, this player under balcony. Deeg versus the execute.
Watch Chris get 5 kills.
Yeah.
It's going to be the greatest highlight we've ever seen in Counter-Strike history. Here it comes.
They're getting ready. They've got to move soon.
They're getting horny.
Great shot from Kenny. Close range. Takes down Chris. And now it's up to the FAMAS Rocks. He needs at least 2 kills there. Good flash, but not quite enough. I feel like overtime is guaranteed at this point. Can there be anything to be said? NATO will be holding towards CT spawn. He's got a gap.
Yeah, he doesn't have long, though. He's about to just be a sitting duck.
And
Turn off
dead from
Tri-box. Does get the guy. Now looking for a second on Sandwich. Kenny's too quick. Nothing they can do. Overtime. A real lock-in.
OT, OT.
Never
much love when we go OT.
I pray, I pray.
All right, well, it's 10K for all of you viewers at home. We're doing the 10K overtime rules here. Won't be the 16K. MR3 on the board. And, well, mousesports, once they get the full arsenal of weaponry, utility, and defusal kits up and running, we'll see what type of game plan they want to go for. But it was G2 in the later stages of that half there who changed their approach. I just want to note here, Jack struggling with 11 kills to his name. Everybody else for the G2 side sitting flush with over 20. And then looking for mousesports. In this second half, Rops has only managed 9 kills. Don't think that 30's been inflated that badly. It was the first half where he did all the dirty work, 21 kills for him. Well,
They will remain on the CT side. mousesports with 4 M4s, no double up set up here on either side. Because Kenny S, as they make their way towards B, by looks of things, 3 players making 4 towards the B apartments. Amanek patrolling middle, just showing usual presence there to make it seem like a default as he actually hightails it towards T-spawn. He's got the Krieg on 1 HE remaining, so looking for any reactive play in the form of Chris, who's actually probing towards the Palace position right now.
Ooh, I think they're going to meet up right here.
They actually are. This is the first frag of the round. A big round of that. And it's clean. Chris J nails it. Good intel. Funnels them towards B. They don't really have any information on that side of the map now. They've got no presence there. They pretty much have to go for this. Smoked out. They've got 1 player in connectors. A Hunter, indeed. What can he do here? No grenades himself. Smoke about to go down. And they're going to fall back. That's a brave move. Luckily, the CTs haven't punished this too much. The Chris J holding towards Palace, still a very powerful position.
I'm guessing they might want to boost someone in the window. mousesports seems very aware that G2 could have mid control. They have a guy holding CT spawn through the rat hole. Someone ticket. Someone in
The rat hole.
the rat hole.
Is that the one by CPL or CT spawn?
CT spawn.
Okay, rat hole.
That's where we would go to find you, Henry.
I-
In the mid opper, right?
I've been known to warp a few times.
Yeah.
Wops. Happy with the M4, however, as he does get one in the back. He sets up Chris J quite nicely. Hunter, though, always so efficient.
Oh, the blood splat up.
15 seconds. And it looks like Carrigan, he's fighting.
Knife him, Carrigan.
Yeah, it's done. That's a good round on the CT side. You can notice they had no helmets coming into that one, trying to conserve money. But if you win the first round with 3 players alive, you're pretty much good to go. They get a Krieg and the AK into the next round. NATO will save the AWP as well.
Do you know what's crazy about NATO is he's just playing this event on Mouse XL for the first time for some reason.
Is it the first time, or has he gone back to it?
For the first time in like 6 years.
Most people go back to it.
Yeah,
don't
he
they?
said. He
Yeah.
said.
No one
he-
ever changes to
Carrigan plays with it, so he's trying it out this event.
I used
Straight
to
up just adding
play
Mouse
with Mouse
XL.
XL when I used to play at LAN cafes, because back then I didn't have like admin access to
Yeah,
disable it
yeah.
or whatever, and it was just on.
But that's the one Carrigan plays on with actual enhanced pointer precision.
Yeah.
Like he's the gamer that doesn't
Damn.
untick that box.
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't done that in a while.
I'm not going back to that.
Yeah.
Because that's all muscle memory. What that is
Yeah.
like really muscle memory
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, I
right?
got screwed over because one of the old Steel Series mice I had inbuilt negative mouse
negative one.
excel.
Yeah,
Mm.
that was
That's
the Kinzu.
Sensei?
Yeah,
I thought
exactly.
it was
Oh,
the-
Sensei had it as well.
The
I think they both
Zai,
had
the
it,
Zai, and the Kinzu.
Well then, mousesports looking quite promising here. That's a key shot. Brings it to 3 versus 1. Kenny has can do nothing about it. 2-0 for mousesports here. This is your grand final. Mousesports picked this map. It wasn't looking good at one point. It looked like G2 were going to bring it right back, but at this stage, quite comfortably on the CT side. Money actually a bit of an issue now on the T side of Mirage. You don't see that too often. So Galils had to be brought out just to make sure they get all the grenades possible. Time now at 22 minutes. If you are just joining us, Carrigan has a hard out, meaning there is no other option. He needs to leave at 6 p.m. He has to arrive for Epicenter.
Or the president of this game right now will have to come out
Yes.
and really just cite that there have been some issues here.
Few issues.
Where'd the
minutes.
ref go?
I didn't mean the I was looking for that. The
Yeah.
commissioner,
I knew what you meant.
commissioner
I knew
was
what-
what
I
I
knew what you
wanted.
meant.
The president.
Well,
Yeah.
I want a commissioner. It wasn't there at the
Close
time.
enough.
You know, I'm rifling through all these words in my brain.
Yeah. Rifling is a nice word, and some rifling done by Chris J there as well. Amanek
Big.
does find the head of Carrigan, and now the bomb in mid with absolutely all of the answers. What the hell was that? Quick catch
They're
on.
coming towards him. Oh, now they know. Pull back.
Oh.
Continue to fight. It will be a 2-1 as G2 scramble
You
the
know
last
what-
round together.
You know what's worse for mousesports than overtime?
Double overtime.
Double
Yeah.
Yeah, double overtime would be worse than 1 for them.
Thank you, Sean. Great to have
On
you.
the
Everyone's
on
entitled
the
to a
scale
quick
of
50-minute break
bad
as well.
things.
21 minutes remaining now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All up in the air.
Completely.
Yes.
At least map 1, that is. of
Carrigan will
course.
be at about 8 p.m.
Yes, God, he will.
But this is kind of like a best-of-1 final right now, I guess, for mousesports, right?
Yeah. Win the first.
When I had the IGN LAN final against Cloud9, where we had to play at 4 a.m. in the morning.
Is it
Sean
LAN?
wasn't there. Sean
Yeah, I
was
wasn't
with
there.
Jenna in Vegas.
Yeah, that was the one right after the other tournament.
When iBuyPower
Yeah.
after the IGN one, right? It was like IGN into iBuyPower on the weekend. I think that's how it went anyway.
Yeah.
It could have been the other way around. I don't remember. But either way, we played the grand final at 4 a.m. in the morning. And it was meant to be a best of 3. But because it was so late,
They
we
did.
just said to Cloud9, we just said, look, we'll just play one map.
And who won?
They won.
Ah.
They was Keish, and they just defaulted because they had Swag playing. They just defaulted
He was
everywhere.
very good at the time.
Yeah.
Well,
Chris into the site and with a degree of a brazen attitude that has
Urgency.
been punished. Yeah, urgency perhaps. Signs can become clearer and clearer.
Lost 40 grand that day, guys.
40
40
grand.
grand. Sorry about that, man.
Could have gone a long way back then when Chris Badawi and Monty didn't pay us on time, but
NATO Sapix out on towards the. Oh, that's a shot. Lovely catch.
And that's all he gets, though.
Yeah.
If G2 win this map,
do we just call it and don't play the next
that's
two?
what I was about to say.
They just have a
Maybe it's-
gentleman's agreement,
Maybe
they
it's, for,
shake
maybe it's for the
hands.
best at this point.
They just go, hey guys, yeah, well, it was fun.
Let's all enjoy the show match together.
Yeah, sit down, get the microphones on.
It's going to be a good one. Clean round from G2.
But if G2 win this is kind of important, right? Because they are going up against Mouz with their full force obviously without Woxy, with their full force for this tournament.
Yes.
What if
So-
they do the poker chop? The chop first place.
What's that?
Just the agreement.
Oh no, we don't want any of that. We need a winner.
That's a horrible.
We need a winner,
thing.
Sean. Someone has to win.
I can't believe that actually happens in poker.
They just split the pot.
Pretty sure.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's kind of
Yeah.
kind of them, isn't it? Sharing is caring.
When you both had enough, you just want to tap out.
Yeah, you know, when a couple million is enough, you know, I can't blame him. Double AWPs here. Kenny not going to be offered up too much in the early stages now, and well, as Carrigan scurries through the underpass, we'll have to drop back. Yeah, that's one reason to drop back as well, Kenny.
Yeah, it's a good one. The
An AWP
Dorps
bullet. Yeah.
on Amanek as well as Kenny. Bomb not committing anywhere just yet. Mouse really want to get a feel for the setup. 3-2 split at the moment. Kenny providing some additional line on towards that connector cross, which is not where the mousesports squad finds himself. Instead, Carrigan through under is going to apply some utility towards short and connector. Molotov will catch Kenny. He'll be forced off, and that's the power of that molly. You'll see why it's such a common place.
Could be an execute here.
It is, and Rops gets the first blood. Through the smoke, Carrigan caught.
This is it, the final commitment.
It looks good for Nexa. He's just got in where he needed to be.
It's a very overlooked position, and with the orb firing off bullets as well, it could be enough.
Someone has
so
to bait
scary
for
for
him,
mousesports.
Okay, traded.
That's enough.
And if Kenny can just hold this line, doesn't get the cross, and instead Chris J's got him a way in. Another frag. Chris J just got mad. He turned all green for a second and started throwing punches. 3 kills, problem solved, and an important round on the board for Mouse on their T side here on overtime.
Yeah, and if they would have lost that, their money would have been
Screwed.
pretty bad for this last round. So
Double overtime now on the cards. Amanek.
All right, fine. What are you doing? Stop. Stop. Stop.
What is that?
Playing an ad. I was trying to play the sound effect again, but now I decided I wanted to play an ad.
Just a quick ad. Can't be muted.
found some new sponsors for the stream. Play some
Oh! Hold it.
There's no
You
way.
won't. You won't. Oh. He would. He would.
He would.
Chris with 4 in that round.
Yeah.
Very big
Big.
work. Rob's got the opening. So remember the VP, not VP. Remember that mousesports in the first half had Robs getting 21 kills. So he was kind of like winning a lot of duels, putting a lot of impact in that first half that they had. So Chris coming alive here with a round of his own is important.
A lot of frags being exchanged here. 30, 30, 30 for Frozen, Rops, and Chris J. You are right, though. Rops has slowed down in the pace.
Cooled a bit.
He has cooled off.
We've seen Chris J. He's just like the cement for when the stars aren't fragging. Like
Yeah, that's right.
Robs has a good
Pro
half.
League,
It's
right?
like, yeah, same thing. He kept them alive on Dust 2 until Woxic decided to have a T side to remember.
Like I saw people on the internet trying to cite like Chris J's bad stats from earlier, but the thing is, this team has changed their roles around in recent times, and now Chris J's playing like consistently well with impact. So it's like, what is the point of your stats? They're not even looking at the way the team is currently formulated.
It's enough, boys, I think. 4-on-2, mousesports.
Think
With
they have
20
it.
minutes on the clock here. Are going to be taking the first map.
Oh, wow.
Chad's nightmare has come true.
Yeah, but at least it was close. So like, that's okay that it was close.
It's actually happening. The perfect storm is all coming together. There we have it, mousesports. It was a turbulent game for them, up and down, as we've come to expect here, but it will be just enough to get them through it. It's a hollow victory, though, Chad, with the 20-minute counter now coming through.
And a 15-minute break.
And a 15-minute break.
Oh, a 15-minute timer.
Oh, dear.
Might as well just get the gear set up now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
get Raging
Carrigan
plugged
should
in.
start unplugging. I think he is.
Rage and sweating
They're
now.
having a conversation right now about something.
It's so
Oh, he is
Oh.
unplugging.
He is.
He's
Raging's getting his
unplugging.
keyboard out.
Oh,
It's quarter to 6.
Oh, dear.
It's happening.
Oh, dear.
That's so awful.
Oh, dear. Well, G2 coming down now, probably knowing they've secured the victory here.
Carrigan's like, right, boys. It's a good run.
He's going to be like in the cab on the way to the airport, watching the game, watching the
On
wheels,
TeamSpeak with them.
watching the wheels just fall off. Oh.
Rage is like, right, so this is Windows, is it? Okay. How does this work?
So wait, left or right click to shoot?
What do you do here then?
Well, look, they're not even leaving the room. They're just going to
Yeah,
talk through these
they've
next
realised
15 minutes.
The situation now, it's not a good one.
Manager's in the room here as well.
Oof.
Can we hear him? Hold up. Oh, that's DJ getting pizza. Never mind. I thought we could somehow hear into the room.
All right, ladies and gents, that was the first map. It did go to overtime. It's not an ideal situation for mousesports. The final high fives, Carrigan,
Sick.
as he sends
See ya,
them off
man.
now. Normally the captain goes down with the ship, but this time he's got to catch a plane.
Yeah.
He's going to dip out before the
So, peace out, boys. Good
Yeah,
luck.
Had a lot of fun. We won the first map of the final.
At
Let's
least.
Let's
Yeah.
consider that a win.
see what
you know?
happens going forward.
That will do, I suppose. You can call that something. And remember, they've got a stand in here sort of as well.
Yeah.
Like, as far as you're concerned, like, they've had a great season. They were coming here just to kind of...
And they're
you know-
going to
It's actually
Epicenter in
insane.
a couple of days.
What's that, sorry?
They're going to Epicenter in
They
a couple
are.
of days.
They
That's why
are.
he's going to get the visa.
It's so insane. They made the finals with a stand-in.
Not bad at all.
Up a map.
Back-to-back finals, and they're up a map before Carrigan
If
checks
G2
out.
come back and win now, like, won't be the most...
Why
idyllic
are we
victory.
talking about them like they've already lost?
Who, G2 or Mouse?
Mouse.
Because they should. They
What,
should.
with
They
the
should
two
lose.
substitutes against the
They
top
should
10
There are
teams.
two substitutes now.
Two
They should
substitutes
lose.
against the top 10 team, Sean.
That's why. That's why we're talking about it.
I
All
have
right,
faith.
first yellow card for Sean.
Yeah.
Asking stupid questions. You're going to get stupid answers.
Stupid answers.
And we're going to throw it to a break.
Wait. Carrigan
Oh.
can say goodbye.
Oh yeah, Carrigan, you got any words for us? A great first map. What happens now?
What happens now, man?
It's time to shine for Regin.
Yes.
He
Is
always
he ready?
He always talk about Northcon back in the days in CSGO.
Okay, I remember that.
He beat Chris on land, so he had 30 bombs shooting people in the back. So
Okay.
he'll do the best.
Is he a vertigo specialist? Can he handle himself?
No, I'm just happy we're going at least to train.
Okay.
Okay.
At least
Can
that's a
you tell
friend.
Robs to just run around the map?
And kill everybody.
We played very fast as T. I was running
Yeah.
around the map, trying to
We
get this
noticed.
over with. So I'm just happy we actually won that map. So.
Went over
That
time,
was
of
sick,
course.
yeah.
But I just want to say thank you to Summit. It has been a great event, and sorry about me leaving, having some visa issues.
It's a shame.
Yeah,
It's just the
that's
way
right.
CSGO is right now. You know,
Yeah.
too many events, too much.
Apparently, you need 2 pages to get a visa. I had only 1. So
Not ideal.
Oh,
All right, brother.
yeah.
Well, thank you
God,
very
you
much.
know,
Good luck for
and,
your travels,
Hey,
man.
Carrigan.
good luck with the show match.
Yeah, thank you
That's
so
really
much.
Yeah,
that's the
dude.
most important game.
Everyone's
5.
excited
Thank
for
you.
He
it.
understands.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. Carrigan
that
said
much.
his goodbyes, and we will say ours for now as we take a very quick break. We'll be back with round 2. It's Train, right? Apparently.
No, Vertigo
First
train
he
is
goes, then
third.
Train. He's
Oh,
just
it's
happy
Train's
there's a
third.
third.
I
yeah.
see. I understood. I
Yeah.
misunderstood.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go to a break and be right back with
Goodbye.
that. See you there.
Bible